Bam. So let me break down my thought process with this. Looking at it, I did want an execution on 15-minute. I am still looking for that 15-minute break of structure to the downside, but I'm going to be real. Price did retrace for this 5-minute fair value gap. I mean, 100% could have gotten an entry there. But for me, I'm waiting for this break of structure. If 5-minute does break of structure to the downside, we will also look for a trade entry. Everything is looking bearish. I do think this candle will be bearish, continuing to the downside, target these hourly lows. But apart from that, I mean, I don't think we're going to see that retracement for the 4-hour fair value gap, primarily just because of how price action is moving, not in this candle at least. Hopefully we can continue to the downside. You know, the last thing one is to enter and have price retrace. So we'll look for this. This is how it would have been so far if we would have entered on that 5-minute fair value gap. But whatever the case is, like I said, make sure your trade confluence is fully not accurate. What's the word I'm looking for? Fully probable. That's the best way to say it. Yeah, fully probable. So do whatever you need to do. If you need to wait for 5-minute, wait for 5-minute. If you need to wait for 15-minute, wait for 15-minute. But for me personally, I am going to be waiting for 5-minute to take this trade execution, looking for a 5-minute break structure to the downside. Even though this does say 15, I guess I'll change it to 5. Because that's what I just prefer to execute on. And then I'm going to target these 5-minute lows down here. So somewhere in this area, 15-minute draws liquidity for take profit. And apart from that, I mean, 2 minutes till candle closes. I think I'll just record until that happens, if it happens, and if it doesn't, I'll just cut it out. But you can see right here from yesterday's position, right there, hopefully you can see. If not, I'll zoom in. Right there, that's where we exited. We could have made another like 20 grand if I'm being real, but it is what it is. Make sure to hit your take profits. Remember, that's not always a guarantee though, even if your technical analysis is good. So set your take profits, make your money, get off the market, because we truly never know what the market's going to do. So yeah, that's that. Probably going to put 8 lots on this trade, nothing too insane, but actually I'll adjust it to 7 or even 6, because I want my validating stop loss above these highs. To me, the money really, I could care less about the money within this position. Like, the money's whatever. Just the last trade of the week. Have a withdrawal tomorrow, today actually. So just make your money, get out the market. No good probability trading days throughout the week, rest of the week. So just execute today. Make sure you do execute on your most highest probability days. That's the point. Highest confluence, everything of the sort. So, but if 5-minute closes like this, I'm gonna look for an entry. And we can record that. So see, this is a live trade. We're doing it. It's hard, and I gotta go now. I gotta clip this and put this together. How do people do this? It's a lot of work. I mean, I just don't like editing. Hopefully you guys can hear me too, because like I said, I am taking this position. Bam. At Starbucks, but this is how price is looking on MetaTrader so far. Asking bid price, but see that break structure to the downside, and we're in maybe around 20 seconds. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, and then from there, we'll see. Okay, are we gonna get stopped out? Are we gonna hit TP? But of course it has to break structure. Like if it does this, your boy's not entering. I want to see a body close somewhere below here. I mean, I said the break of structure alert, so even something like that's valid to me, and I'm in. So just enter my positions. Well, position 1. 6 lots. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna risk around somewhere in the 1900s on this trade. Well, yeah. Yep, risk 1900. And that's above highs. So SL is above highs. I'll zoom in for you and show you guys. So SL is above highs. Our trade entry was right there. SL's there. TP is going to be at the lows. So around a 4K take profit, somewhere in that area. I'll adjust it, most likely. Currently up $300, nothing, but we're gonna see how this trade plays out. This is the trade position so far. Let me get rid of that because I don't want to accidentally press another order, but that's how it's looking so far. Like I said, this is a low risk day. Not risking a lot, I'm really just going into the markets, just executing and then making money, getting out, because I would like to eat lunch today. I would like to eat, so wow. Let me like kind of break down why we took this trade, because yeah, it's 56. My take profit's actually there, which I don't want it there. So we're gonna do it at the 15-minute draw liquidity, because 3.5K profit. Depending how price action's moving, I'll adjust it. But you know, if price is dropping fast, up 300, not 1,000, not yet. Take profit is around 3.5K, so we'll see how it plays out. But apart from that, yeah. Why I took this trade? Well, of course, like I said, with daily we broke structures to the downside. Do I think we'll continue lower? Yeah, I think we could see this push into the weekly fair value gap, like I said earlier on Sunday. I still do think we can see that push, and so because of that, I'm like, okay, what can we look for in order to see that push to the downside? I wanted to see that break of structure, not break structure, retracement for the fair value gap. We did not see that, so in turn, I was just like, you know what, okay, whatever. We'll just continue to follow trend and play sells to the downside. Why? Because price will not always retrace for fair value gap. Sometimes they have more than enough liquidity just to make the overall move to the downside, and you know, you have to be able to look at price action and tell the difference of, okay, price is going to continue lower, or okay, price looks like it needs a retracement based upon how much liquidity they got in the first overall move. Here, you could tell they got more than enough liquidity. You know, they don't need to retrace for something small like this, because on 4 hour, like all these highs, we took out 1, 2, 3, 4 highs, and this was from last week Monday. So, you know, that helps you for the last 2 weeks. So they took out 2 weeks of liquidity, pushing price to the downside. But yeah, I will update you guys based upon how the trade goes. Hopefully this is just a quick scalp in and out the market, nothing too crazy. But if we do get stopped out, of course we'll recap the trade. I mean, everything of the sort, you know how this goes. Currently I'm looking for a 15-minute break of structure to the downside to notify me. That'll give me a little more confidence within this position. But yeah, apart from that, I'll let you guys know how it goes. Bam, see, now we're back. That is not my actual SL. My SL's up here, obviously, but now we're pushing back to the upside. Apart from that, I mean, shoot. Yeah, I mean, it really is just apart from that. Crossing back to the upside, what do I think is going to happen? Either A, it takes us out, which is most likely. If 15-minute closes break structure to the upside, I'll just get on manually. Unless it just takes us out, retracing for the 4 hour fair value gap. But I mean, whatever happens. Most likely, I think it'll take us out. Like I said, we de-risked today, so it's all good. I mean, our risk was right now. We are 1.6K in drawdown, so it's not really, well, floating drawdown, but profit or whatnot. This is how the trade position is looking. So apart from that, we'll see what happens. Will we get stopped out? Shoot, we'll see. That's the game. So I'll come back. Whether we get stopped out or price reverses or whatever the case is, and we'll see what happens from there. My thought process here, that's all I'm thinking. Just wait and see what happens. Alright, bam, here it is. So yes, we did get stopped out anyway. That was the almost like live trade-ish thing, and now I'll show the P&L how am I gonna like edit these and put these together? I really don't know. I know it's so easy, but I'm like, anywho, today actually cancels out from yesterday because we held the position overnight, but we lost like actually today since New York Stock Exchange open to 2,000, basically just 2,000 flat, $2,088. So I'll show we'll do this. Bam, right there. Those were the ones from yesterday. That was the loss from today. So yeah, I'm gonna request our payout apart from that, but this really just was a quick trade to take. But there is something to learn from this, because I was sitting there, I was like, okay, we got stopped out, right? But I wanted to understand why. And I realized, even looking back at my own trade recaps, let me actually go to the chart. The mistake I've been having recently has been executing, but not waiting for a retracement. I'm so used to executing on break of structure to the point where I don't look for any other retracement tools that would give me a better entry. Remember, the point of trading, once you're profitable or once you're getting to that point, is to double down on your strategy, double down on what works, what is working. Something for me, I realized I was intraday day trading, right? Or I was swing trading, and I switched to intraday. But something that messed me up with intraday was the fact that my entries weren't as good as they could be. Even with yesterday's trade, I almost got stopped out. Doesn't mean I did, but I almost got stopped out. And so for me, how I'm looking at it, and with my journal and everything, I'm like, okay, how can we go into even the next week or the week after that, or whatever the case is, the rest of the month, and ensure that we take better trade positions? And to me, that was like, okay, because you have to remember, with trading, the money comes eventually. Like, eventually the money's going to start rolling in. That's how it works when you develop a skill. And for me, and my scenario, my circumstance, the money is coming in. But the question now is, how can we double down on that? How can we increase our winners compared to our losers? Because at one point, when I was swing trading, I was only taking maybe one or two trades every 2 weeks. My wins were so high. Those were like the 20K wins, the 19.6K wins, the 18K wins, and those are great. But on my mental was stressful. So I was like, okay. Now I'm thinking, what approach should I take? And the approach I'm personally thinking of now is, over the weekend, I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna back test, or even this week, because I'm not trading for the rest of the week. I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna back test. I'm gonna figure, okay, what allows me the best trade entry to the point where I can still execute on intraday setups, like right now. For example, if it's retracing for the 4 hour fair value gap, should I have waited? Should I have, even if price may have not looked like it would have, figure out what an A+ setup is to you, and then sit there and learn to double down on your trading strategy, on what you're doing right, and what you're doing wrong, push it to the side and eliminate it. For me, it was wise to de-risk myself on this trade and be like, you know what, today's not really a day where I need the profit. It would be nice. And so I was like, let me de-risk heavy. In the beginning, it did look like price action was going in our favor. We broke 15-minute structure to the downside, but hourly, we ended up closing kind of janky. So, but that's how it goes. In other brokerages, if I go here, 4 hour, now that's tapping into the 4 hour fair value gap. So even right now, if I wanted to, I maybe should have waited. And I've been saying this a lot recently. So for me, what I can take away from this trade, and maybe what you guys can take away, is being more patient for your retracement tools. Remember, when you get stopped out, it's your fault. You did something wrong. And I did get stopped out, and something I did incorrect. There was something I did incorrectly that was my fault. And in this sense, I would say what I did wrong was and what I have been doing wrong is the fact that I haven't been waiting for any retracement tools. You always have to go in and see, okay, what are you doing wrong? Because for me, I've been doing the same thing wrong over and over and over again, but I haven't actually said it or journaled it to the point where I'm like, okay, I should really double down and wait for my retracement tools, like I am now. So over the weekend, we're going to go in and back test even the week. We're going to go and back test, and we're going to make sure that our retracement tools we're going to see what retracement tools work best. If it's order block, we're going to wait for the order block. If it's fair value gap, equilibrium, whatever the case is. And apart from that, I mean, that was the little live trade today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was actually, it was fun for me to record. Today was a really chill day. So we're going to go out, probably just chill. I don't know. Gonna get our payout later today. Well, request our payout later today. Hopefully have TFT approve the payout because it's a larger payout. And apart from that, keep killing the markets, keep executing on your A+ setups, and please keep learning from your setups, because it's one thing to execute and it's another thing to learn. Always be someone that's good at learning. Journal. Type it down, have a screenshot, your bias before and after, like this, and then go and write your bias, journal it, or start a mini YouTube channel, make unlisted videos just to where you can see and go in and watch them, learn from them, because that's what I'm going to do over the week, because I'm committed to this. Hope you guys are too. You have to be fully committed. If you're not gonna sit there and be like, okay, how can I improve from my trading? What am I doing wrong? You will not succeed in the trading space. That's just how it works. To me right now, it's like everything. It's like a dream coming true, just slowly, step by step, bit by bit. And I'm just happy, with these videos. Whoever's here with me, you guys can almost follow along in the journey. It's nice. But apart from that, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Hope you did take something away from this. Just like this, look, I did have my alert crossing into the 4-hour fair value gap. So should I have waited? Probably, but did I? No, that's my mistake. We're gonna learn from that, and next week we're gonna see that improvement. And going to post intro to printing money. Well, printing money episode 2 sometime this week. Hope you guys understand fair value gaps, all the such. Even some psychological things. So apart from that, I love you guys. Stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.